A beacon in a sea of darkness. For centuries, lighthouses have warned mariners of hazards and guided them to their destinations.
While technology has advanced to help us navigate, lighthouses are ingrained in our nation's heritage. But as these structures age, they have become harder to maintain, especially in states where coastal land is disappearing.
Reporter John Snell shows us why a community was inspired to rescue one of Louisiana's last remaining lighthouses.
On foggy mornings, as it has for close to 200 years, a light at the mouth of the Tchefuncte River powers through the murk to guide a mariner on his journey.
So these 3 lenses here are LEDs.
Jim McPherson is director of the Maritime Museum Louisiana, which manages the Tchefuncte River Lighthouse for the town of Madisonville. The lantern room at the top is a mix of old and new.
There's a solar panel outside of the lantern room here, and if you see a wire coming in here, it goes to a 12-volt battery that feeds the light itself.
First operated in 1837, it's been restored a few times now, but to this day serves its original purpose.
It is a fully functioning aid to navigation.
The ships and the supplies and the dairy products and everything that came from St. Tammany to New Orleans, there was no causeway, remember, came through here. So from a historic standpoint, we're not the only ones that have used this as our guiding light to get in and out.
The people who love it are in a race against time as the land around the lighthouse sinks and erodes.
The continued erosion is going to cause this thing to destabilize and potentially have structural issues, which would then cause it to fail.
Museum Board President Alexis Hocevar points out that's exactly what happened 15 miles to the southwest. In 2012, Hurricane Isaac brought down the Manchac Lighthouse before it could be restored.
The risk is that it topples into the lake just like Manchac.
As the waters crept ever closer, the museum resorted to placing sandbags to guard the lighthouse.
When Hurricane Francine hit, it was a weaker storm. The force of the water not only blew all the sandbags behind the lighthouse, but also exposed all these shells that we didn't see before.
Wow, and gouged this all.
Gouged this all out.
3, 2, 1.
The St. Tammany leaders broke ground on a restoration project, a rock barrier to guard the shoreline, then a breakwater to protect a new pier. That will provide easier access to this remote spot, accessible only by boat. Funding flows from a combination of offshore oil revenues the state shares with parishes and money from the Coastal Protection Authority.
The total cost of the land project runs about $3 million, but those are coastal monies already available. Now comes the next challenge, restoring the lighthouse itself.
Hocevar believes that will run a couple million, money they have yet to raise. The National Park Service faced a similar issue when it began renovating the iconic Cape Hatteras Lighthouse in North Carolina. Here, too, the job will require scaffolding and TLC to remove the paint. And here, moss is attaching to the paint.
Eventually will cause issues with that paint and break it down.
Everybody loves it, but trying to get the funding, you can't do it with a bake sale.
The maritime industry could be one source of revenue, history buffs another, or lovers of the nostalgia and romance of a bygone era.
Is there any doubt in your mind you can get this done?
I'm going to get it done. We will get it done as an organization. There's no doubt in my mind.
In June of 2025, crews wrapped up construction of the rock barrier, and there's now a 50-foot buffer of land.